Well, hello folks, and welcome to, well, basically just an intro before the actual video starts. An apology intro. First I have to apologize for the previous video, and then I also have to apologize for this video. I did not realize at the time that they were having such a horrible frame skip issue, where it was juggling the frames back and forth for some reason. I was attempting to use a new video encoder, and I thought I had all the kinks worked out. Apparently not, though. I wanted to record and encode things in a much higher resolution with a larger file size for quality. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen, so I had to go back to Camtasia and playing in a windowed mode. What that means is the first two videos are kind of fucked up. I liked the commentary in them, however, so I didn't go back and redo them. However, after this video, which thankfully is only like a 15-minute one, so it's kind of short, if you take off my rambling here, and then starting with video 3, it goes flawlessly from there on out. So, my suggestion, just listen to this as audio noise in the background for lore, for story purposes if you want. Otherwise, skip it and go to the next video. If you're going to try to watch it, good luck, and I hope you don't get motion sick. And this should be the last time I do any type of dialogue that's not in the game for the rest of this playlist. So far, everything looks and sounds good. So I think that we can go ahead and continue our little adventure here. You know, buddy, I'm pretty sure I would actually like to have your weapon. A cleric's sacred chime. It's not what you had. What do we got? To jump. Dash while jumping, yes. You know what? Let me kill these two guys first. Crap. A little bit, off there. My wind-up baseball hit with my axe is just a little bit rusty. That, however, cannot be blamed on my baseball arm. That was totally my hurdles. My legs from hurdles. I can't jump very good. And you know what? I am not gonna die before I even get 10 feet away from the bonfire. You all can just calm down. What do we have down here? Two guys and an item? Oh, man. Are you gonna get another shot off on me? No. You know what? There we go. I was actually wanting to kick him off the edge, and we get fire bombs. You don't bash with your shield anymore. We've got the old boot to the face back. Now, while it's tempting, I'm gonna have to actually go back and rest. I can tell you that right now. Spoiler alert, I've been up ahead, and there's a boss. He will probably kick my butt a couple times. Even though I did actually beat him the very first time I ran into him. So, before I go any further, let's go ahead and jump. And first we'll jump, and then we will go back and rest. Titanite shard, nice. What does this say? RB while falling for a plunging attack. So we could have snuck up on that guy. Right bumper. That was not the right bumper. It was the right trigger. But if they both do the same thing, hey, what are you? A phantom. How did you die? I can barely see that guy, unfortunately. However, the trio here was apparently too much for him, and so that hero gave in to the darkness. It's interesting to see that we're already running into interactions from other players. We are not going to fight our way through here. Let's see, right bumper. If I can just assassinate that guy, will definitely see me. I'm not gonna be that lucky. No? You didn't see me? Thought for sure you'd be laying down a line of fire before I even got here. Okay. So, what do we have here? Very restful looking place. And that is one massive tombstone. Well, I was going to say tombstone, but it's not a tombstone. It's an actual sarcophagus. This place all just looks so familiar. And yet it can't be, can it? Spoiler alert. So what do we got? Remove sword and touch bloodstain. What is that? I swear I've seen something like that before. Living darkness? Maybe something from the abyss. And this sword, too. That's no ordinary sword. Do you know how many times I've sat around a campfire for hours, for days, staring at one of these things? I would recognize that hilt anywhere, and I certainly wouldn't call that a blade. Let's go ahead and remove it. I wonder if it'll even do me any good. Well, let me guess. You're not too happy with me about that? Yux Gundir. By the way, one thing you never want to do, that was way too early, is dodge towards a foe's strong arm. By the way, if I don't drink now, I'm gonna die. My shield is just a flimsy piece of wood. Definitely not worthy of being called defensive by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, hey. I am going to die here. Dude decided to get serious. Wow. The trick here, as far as I can tell from my 2 experiences with the guy, is never stop moving. Okay. So the first boss, well, actually technically the second boss, I will consider and count that big crystal demon dog, that diamond dog, as being a mini-boss of the sort. Who, I have a feeling if I can beat this guy, I could probably go back and beat Diamond Dog. Why is a fog wall up? Traverse the fog. That wasn't here last time. Maybe it's just because we brought this guy to life. So now there's a fog wall. That would be a perfect place for an axe. Now that I think about it. I just lobbed that way over his head. The good thing about Magic Buddy is I don't have to have stamina to do damage to it. However, I do have to be able to aim just a little bit, because this is going to get ugly. Oh, shame on me. So I thought he was actually going to lunge at me. It's my death blow. Right there. Oh, good lord. Actually had me going, you know. Coiled sword. And we earned our souls back. And Ember restored. That I have no idea about. I don't know what Ember restored actually means. My symbol up in the top left seems to be glowing now, and so do I. There's a little bit of fire left in our hearts, I guess. Let's just leave this place. First, though, before you leave a location, you should always just check the little cubby holes. You never know what the locals might have left you to discover at one point or another. Well, what is this? Knock, knock, excuse me. I was gonna say, is anyone home, but there's not actually anything here, is there? I thought that led into the building we were heading towards. Broken straight sword. I thought we were already to that thing. I should have known. Yeah, we can open the menu. If you haven't figured that out by now, you probably shouldn't have even beat the boss. Okay. You know what? Oh, you think you're gonna have an Estus flask? I'm used to elite soldiers having Estus flasks, not the fodder you meet 30 seconds in. It's an interesting little touch. Who trained you guys? I was looking at their skin. I wanted to see how far gone they were. They're still a little bit pink, but cracked. I wonder if I could... That's not how you do it. Actually, maybe it is how you do it. Okay. Highly ill-advised about jumping into arrows. Where did I catch that? One thing I do hope that is added is an ability to have arrows persist. I actually happen to really enjoy watching the ridiculous places that I get shot and almost brutally murdered at. Okay, I don't think there's any secrets off the edge there. There'll be a time and a place for suiciding and jumping off ledges later on. We're not heading up just yet. Oh shit, you motherfucker. That actually made me jump. Why did you have to be so scary? Wasn't even the look, that was just the sound. I'm not gonna like running around in the darkness. An ember? Okay. Question is, what is that? Gain strength of flame. Boosting hit points until death. Interesting. Does that just mean it boosts my max hit points, or it slowly regenerates my hit points? I feel like there should be something here. Hello, is anybody home? Firelink Shrine. Now that's a name I haven't heard in ages. And I can tell you right now that Firelink Shrine does not stir any memories of a great giant cathedral like this. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different thrones. So is this where the Lords of Cinder need to return? There's already one guy, or at least one skeleton, sitting on the throne. So there's 4 more, huh? Could this be a safe zone? Let's rate it good. I'm not going down there just yet. Who are you?
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper.
Oh, really?
I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them.
How did they get out of here anyways?
To this end, I am at thy side.
Okay, so we can level up, we can talk.
Very well. Then touch the darkness within me.
Well, you told me to.
Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
So what do we got? We got vigor, attunement, endurance, vitality. There's no adaptability. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but she's saying a prayer over us right now. That's actually really cool. Okay. I am going to Plan for the long term and assume I'm going to go a dexterity build. I'm going to pump all of my levels right now into getting dexterity up to 13. It's not going to help me right now. That's a long-term thing.
Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls.
Okay.
Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
So go murder things. I can do that. Believe it or not, I can do that.
Ashen One, sovereign. I will Ashen One.
Okay.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Farewell.
May the flames guide thee.
Well, I'm sure they will. Visions of seems familiar. So far it does not seem familiar. Embed the coiled sword. Before I do that, we got a blacksmith there. Just trying to figure out what was moving back there.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death.
Yep.
Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right.
So are you saying we want to be kindled?
Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Excuse me, I'm one of the forgotten lords of Cinder. So I know you probably haven't heard of me since who knows how long it's been, but just trust me, dude. Once I get my flame back, it's on.
Don't you think?
No, I don't think. Ever, period. I just ask things, questions. Because that's what I do.
What a sick joke.
I'm not good at
Asking
jokes.
us to seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends.
Okay. So, he's crazy. He is the depressed one. The crestfallen. I'm not going down any of these side tunnels. Let's go ahead and put the coiled sword in here. I figured we were gonna have to jab that into the ground, but kinda just sunk in there and phased through, huh? So let's see, we can travel. This already has quick teleporting in it. Consider me a little bit sad. I'm gonna have to try and not become so dependent on this and using it as a crutch. Attune spell, burn undead bone shard. I think what I'll do here, these videos are gonna range between 15 and 20 minutes long, maybe up to 30 if things get really intense. But I'm gonna end the video here, and whenever we come back, we're gonna go talk to that blacksmith back there, see if maybe we can waste this fire ember, and then begin exploring this place. If this is really Firelink Shrine, I'm gonna need some evidence as to what happened to make it look like this. It's strange. How long have I been gone?